Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Xenos Wisdom. Rain falls. Daniel sits in his car, phone in hand, silence. Daniel, voiceover. Betrayal never comes knocking. One day she's laughing, resting her head on your shoulder, and the next she's sitting beside you, a stranger in silence. Now when I look back, every red flag, every lie, it all makes sense. But back then, I was blindfolded by love. Screen text appears. Lies women tell before they cheat. A story about red flags reality. Scene 1. The beginning. Perfect love. Soft music. Coffee shop. Daniel and Leah meet for the first time. Voiceover. When I first met Leah, she was everything I'd ever wanted. Beautiful, confident, magnetic. The kind of woman who makes you forget the whole world for a moment. She laughed at my jokes, asked about my dreams, and said, "I've never met a man like you before." I thought fate had finally smiled upon me. Montage. Walks in the park, late-night calls, warm dates. Voiceover. But remember this. The love that burns too fast often turns to ashes just as quickly. Scene 2. First red flag. The hunger for attention. Music shifts slightly. Leah is constantly on her phone. Daniel, smiling. "What's up? Put your phone down for a minute." "Who's texting you so much?" Leah, laughing. "Oh, just people from work. Don't be so sensitive, babe." Voiceover. She craved attention. Not just from me, but from everyone. She'd post pictures online, count the likes, read every comment. I told myself, maybe she's just confident. But later I learned, confidence and attention addiction look the same at first, until you look closer. Scene 3. Second red flag. Secrets. Nighttime. Daniel walks into the kitchen. Leah quickly hides her phone. Daniel. "Why'd you hide your phone?" Leah, nervously. "I didn't. You're always tired. I just didn't want to bother you." Voiceover. "That was you, so curious." As the first lie, "I'm protecting your feelings." But the truth is, she was protecting herself, her secrets. She started saying things like, "I'll be late at the office." "I'm hitting the gym." "I'm out with friends." But one day, her phone lit up. "Can't wait to see you again." And even then I told myself, maybe it's nothing. But deep down, I knew. Everything had changed. Scene 4. Third red flag. The distance. They sit together but feel miles apart. She avoids eye contact. Leah sighs. "I don't know why, Daniel. I just feel different lately." Voiceover. That was the second lie. "I don't know why I feel this way." But she did know. She was already emotionally attached to someone else. I bought flowers, planned dates, tried to fix things. But when someone's heart belongs elsewhere, your effort just feels like a burden. Scene 5. Fourth red flag. The blame game. Tension. Argument in the kitchen. Leah, angrily. "You're always busy. You don't even care about me anymore. You never make me feel special." Daniel. "I'm working for us, Leah. For our future." Voiceover. That was the third lie. "You never do anything for me." The blame lie. The one that makes you feel guilty for trying. I started apologizing for things that weren't even my fault. Hoping maybe, somehow, she'd come back. But when someone has already decided to leave, your effort only makes them run faster. Scene 6. The truth. It meant nothing. Rain outside. Darkness. Daniel checks Leah's phone. Voiceover. One night, I finally looked at her phone, and the world just stopped. The messages were clear. "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." The truth was right there. Leah crying as Daniel confronts her. Leah, crying. "It didn't mean anything, Daniel. I swear. It was just a mistake." Voiceover. And that was the final lie. It didn't mean anything, but every life's piece. I mean something. Every secret, every choice, they all meant something. Scene 7, the aftermath. The lesson, Daniel calmly packing his suitcase. I left. Not because I stopped loving her, but because I finally started loving myself. A woman's beauty doesn't define her value, her character does. And a high-value man isn't the one who chases chaos. He's the one who knows when to walk away. Scene 8, rebuilding. Becoming strong again. Daniel in the gym, reading, journaling, healing. It took time, but my heart learned. Now I recognize the patterns: validation addiction, weak boundaries, emotional instability, secrecy, inconsistency, entitlement. I learned to trust patterns, not promises, to listen to actions, not apologies, and most of all, to protect my peace. Scene 9, a new beginning. Love that brings peace. Months later. Bookstore. Daniel meets a new woman, Ia. When I met Eva, it felt different. No games, no secrets, no drama, just peace. She didn't crave validation. She respected my silence, my boundaries, my time. That's when I realized, love isn't supposed to drain you, it's supposed to grow you. Ending scene. The message. Daniel looks into the camera, speaking directly to the audience. Daniel, if you're watching this, maybe you've been where I was. Maybe you've heard those same lies. But remember, this isn't the end of your story. Betrayal doesn't come to break you, it comes to awaken you. Every heartbreak carries a lesson. Raise your standards, protect your peace, and never forget, loyalty isn't proved by words, but by consistency. Soft piano music plays. On-screen text. Stay strong, stay real, stay loyal to yourself. Voiceover, final line. Because once you know your worth, no one can ever lie to you again. Scene 10. Silence after the storm, soft rain, empty apartment. Daniel sits on the edge of the bed, staring at Leah's side of the closet. Half empty. Daniel. The silence after betrayal. That's the hardest part. No arguments, no explanations. Just echoes of everything you gave, sitting in an empty room. He picks up a photo frame, the two of them smiling on vacation. He stares at it, then puts it face down. In that silence, you start asking yourself questions you shouldn't have to ask. Was I not enough? Could I have done something different? But those questions never lead to peace. Because the truth is, you can't reason with dishonesty. Camera pans to Daniel deleting her number, blocking her on social media. He exhales, heavy but certain. Sometimes closure isn't given, you just decide the chaos stops today. Scene 11. Rebuilding from zero. Music shifts to calm determination. Early morning. Daniel laces his shoes and goes for a run. I started rebuilding my life piece by piece. I stopped checking her socials. I stopped replaying the pain. Instead, I started replaying my goals. Montage. Daniel working out, reading, journaling, starting a side hustle. I realized something powerful. Heartbreak doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. You don't really know your strength until the person you trusted most breaks it. He's journaling. The words on paper read, what I learned. 1. Trust patterns, not words. 2. Boundaries equals peace. 3. Effort is mutual or it's manipulation. That was the day I stopped chasing closure and started chasing clarity. Scene 12. The friend's advice, evening. Daniel meets his longtime friend Marcus at a cafe. Marcus. Man, I've been there. I know it hurts, but trust me, this isn't about you not being enough. It's about her being empty. Daniel, quietly. I didn't see it coming. She lied so naturally. Marcus. Because she was lying to herself, bro. When people don't respect themselves, they can't respect you either. Your job now isn't to get her back. It's to never let someone like her in again. That conversation changed everything. It wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about rebuilding value, mine. Camera pans to them laughing again for the first time. Healing starts quietly. Scene 13. Signs of healing. Morning light filters into Daniel's apartment. Plants, books, clean energy. Voiceover. The more I focused on myself, the more peace followed. No drama, no games, no anxiety about who was texting her. And then one morning, I realized I hadn't thought about her in weeks. That's when I knew I was free. He smiles, makes coffee, sits in silence, content. Voiceover. You don't heal when you replace her, you heal when you stop needing to explain her. Scene 14. The encounter. Months later. Grocery store. Daniel sees Leah unexpectedly in an aisle. She looks nervous. He's calm. Leah. Daniel? Hey, wow. You look good. Daniel smiles politely. Thanks, Leah. Hope you're doing well. She searches his face for emotion but finds none. Leah. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. For everything. Daniel nods, sincere but firm. Daniel. I forgave you a long time ago. Not for you, for me. Pause. She looks down, guilty. He walks away. Voiceover. That moment, that was my closure. Not her apology, my peace. Because forgiveness isn't about letting them back in. It's about letting yourself move forward. Scene 15. The lesson. Reflection scene. Daniel sitting on a rooftop at sunset, journaling again. Voiceover. People ask me now, how can I tell if a woman's lying before she cheats? And I tell them this. Don't look at her words. Look at her energy. Look at the respect in her tone, the consistency in her actions, the honesty in her silence. Cut to montage flashbacks of Leah's red flags. Secrecy, blaming, inconsistency. Voiceover. Before every betrayal, there's distance. Before every lie, there's a change in energy. Before every heartbreak, there are whispers of truth you choose to ignore. He closes his journal and looks straight into camera. Daniel. Never edgy. Nor them. Scene 16. The new love. Eva, new cafe. Daniel meets Eva again, the woman from before. Eva, smiling. Back to your usual coffee and journal routine? Daniel, smiling back. Some habits are hard to break. Eva was different. She didn't need to perform or impress. She listened. She asked questions. She didn't compete with my peace. She fit into it. Montage, them walking, laughing, cooking dinner, reading side by side. After everything, I realized something powerful. A high-value relationship doesn't start with attraction. It starts with alignment. When your boundaries meet her respect, that's where peace begins. Scene 17. The revelation. Direct message to audience. Daniel sits in his living room, camera in front of him, speaking directly to viewers. Daniel, brother, if you've been lied to, cheated on, or betrayed, hear me out. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Every lie you've survived turned you into a man who can now see truth clearly. He leans closer, firm tone. Daniel. There are 4 lies she'll tell before she cheats. I'm protecting you. I don't know why I feel this way. You never do enough for me. It didn't mean anything. And behind them are 6 red flags. Validation addiction, weak boundaries, emotional chaos, secrecy, inconsistency, entitlement. Daniel. When you see them, don't argue, don't chase, don't beg. Step back, observe, and let people show you who they are. Scene 18. The rise. Becoming unbreakable. Montage. Daniel speaking at a men's group, sharing his story, motivating others. What once felt like a curse became my calling. I started helping other men see what I once ignored. Because pain only destroys you if you refuse to learn from it. Shots of men nodding, listening, inspired. You see, brother, when you raise your value, lies can't survive in your presence. Truth becomes your filter, and peace becomes your power. Scene 19. Final monologue, the transformation. Daniel running at sunrise, voiceover powerful and grounded. The old me chased love that drained me. The new me attracts peace that fuel. The old me begged for closure. The new me creates it. The old me thought love was about proving myself. The new me knows love is about alignment, honesty, and peace. He stops, looks out over the sunrise, smiling genuinely for the first time. Voiceover. So if you're going through it right now, if you've been lied to, cheated on, or disrespected, remember this. You can't control who lies to you, but you can control who gets access to you next. Beat pause. He breathes deeply. Voiceover. Lies break hearts, but truth rebuilds kings. Scene 20, outrow message, to camera. Daniel, calm, composed, looks directly into the camera. Final motivational push. Daniel, if this story hit home for you, it's because you've lived a piece of it. But I promise you, what's ahead is better than what's behind. Raise your standards, protect your peace, and remember, a loyal woman will never make you question her loyalty. Thanks for watching, brothers. Stay strong, stay grounded, stay high value. Outro music fades in, text on screen. For more stories about growth, betrayal, and self-worth, subscribe. Key story elements. Summary. Plot arc, love lies, betrayal, pain, growth, healing, peace, new love, wisdom, emotional tone, cinematic, reflective, masculine empowerment. Core message. You can't stop people from lying, but you can stop betraying yourself by ignoring red flags.